For today's video, we're going to get some gameplay with the new Papa Bear SMG. You can get it by either purchasing the Metal Team Leader pack, and not only will you get the SMG, you'll also get Metal Team Leader, her back bling, a legendary Troll Stash llama. You'll be able to earn up to 1,000 V-Bucks and 500 X-Ray tickets. And it also gives you access to Save the World PvE campaign for those who don't have it. And you'll also be able to use Metal Team Leader and her back bling in Creative and Battle Royale as well. But yeah, that's one way to get Papa Bear SMG. The other way to get it is by owning the Ultimate Edition. For those who own the Ultimate Edition, will be given the Metal Team Leader pack for free. For those who had the Limited Edition and were upgraded to Ultimate Edition, you won't be given the Metal Team Leader pack. So the only way to get it is by either already owning the Ultimate Edition or purchasing the Metal Team Leader pack. Another thing I wanted to point out is that it has the same exact stats as the typewriter.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
The only difference between the two is how they look. So if you want this weapon but don't feel like purchasing the Metal Team Leader pack, you can just wait till the typewriter returns to the event or a weekly store. You may also be able to get it from the birthday llamas if they return this year. Anyways, here's what the Papa Bear SMG looks like up close. And the perks that came with ours were damage, magazine size, physical damage, crit rating, crit damage, and it also causes affliction damage. At most, you can have up to 2 crit damage perks. You can also have up to 3 damage perks. And you can also choose between any element. But yeah, these are the perks that came with ours. Anyways, let's go ahead and max it out.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this disappear. It's gone.
Alright, so we just maxed it out, and the perks we're going to use are crit damage, physical damage, crit rating, crit damage. And at the very bottom it says SMG, mid-range assault weapon with a high capacity magazine and a lateral kick. Its shooting profile makes it ideal for clearing groups of nearby enemies and mobile engagements. And while we test it, we're going to use Beetlejuice as our commander, with the Totally Rockin' Out team perk. For our support team, we have Mainstage Quinn, Breakbeat Wildcat, Gunblazer Southie, Ranger Deadeye, and Bullet Storm Jonesy. And the mission we're going to do is this power level 132 retrieve the data, and we're also going to do it solo. But before we get into the gameplay, I do want to test it out against some power level 132 Miss Monsters. First, we're going to start off with this Smasher. With our current loadout, it has a total of 50 rounds in the magazine, and it uses medium ammo. The most damage we could deal was around 140,000, and it took us around 25 shots to kill him. And I also want to try it out against the Blaster, and we dealt up to 140,000 again. And let's go ahead and try it out against the Taker as well. So that's what the Papa Bear looks like against power level 132 Miss Monsters. What the hell? Come on, bro.
Yeah. Knock it off. Boy, that feels so good. Stop it. Stop it. That feels so good.
If you keep doing it, you're going to end up with assless chaps. Anyways, here's what the fire rate looks like without any fire rate perks. Definitely not the fastest compared to other SMGs. And here's what the reload speed looks like without any reload speed perks. And this is also slower than a lot of other SMGs, so not the best SMG when it comes to fire rate or reload speed. I also want to see if it causes propane tanks to explode if you hit it. And it looks like it will, so if you see a exploder, you're going to want to try to avoid hitting the propane tank. It doesn't shoot through Riot Husky shield, and it also doesn't pierce through the shielder shield. Alright, here we go, people.
The balloon has landed. Defend that data.
First thing I want to do is make sure I finish upgrading this, and also let's make sure we got enough ammo. And then we'll get started. We do have 3 defenders helping us out, and they're each using the Papa Bear as well. 2 of them have energy Papa Bears, and one of them has the physical one I was using earlier. And we're also using the energy one, because I had a feeling we were going to get an element. Oh, we got nature. I didn't see a notification earlier, but I had a feeling we were going to get an element. If I knew we were going to get nature, I would not have built with metal. But I didn't see the notification earlier. But hopefully we'll be alright. I also placed down a lot of tunnels as well because, well, we're playing solo. But yeah, the reason we chose to do this mission is because it was the only 132 that has a mini boss. And I wanted to show what the Papa Bear looks like versus the mini boss. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for him. And let's go ahead and place down a couple of these just in case we get some lobbers or something. Just to help us out a little bit. But yeah, when it comes to the Papa Bear, like I mentioned earlier, you can get the typewriter whenever they release it in the event or weekly store. So there's really no need to get the Papa Bear unless you really like the skin, or if you haven't gotten Save the World yet, then you may want to try to get the pack, because that's the only way to get this weapon skin. But as far as stats go, if you want this type of weapon, then just keep an eye out for the typewriter.
Please.
It'll most likely end up getting recycled again, in which case you can get it from either the event or a weekly store.
Need help. Smasher.
And is one of our defenders down? Oh, there she goes.
Alright, let's try that again.
But yeah, I wouldn't consider it to be like a must-have weapon, because it's just a reskin. But I do consider it to be one of the best SMGs. I would say it's probably like a top 3 or top 4. I still prefer the Founder's Quick Shot over this one, even though this one has a bigger magazine. I think the most damage we dealt with Founder's Quick Shot was like 170,000, and the most we could deal with this one was 140. Oh.
There's too many of them.
See, that's why I shouldn't have built with metal. Let's go ahead and get rid of this dude. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and change that to brick. Add one of those right there. There we go. We'll try to upgrade that if we can.
Data's looking good.
And let's go ahead and get this girl right here while we're at it. But yeah, as you can tell, the reload's really slow, especially compared to some other SMGs. The fire rate's also kind of slower than a lot of other SMGs. Where are they at right now? I don't even see them. I don't know where they're at, people. I see them on the mini-map, but I have no clue where they're at. I think they're in our pit over here. I think that's where most of them are. But yeah, I still prefer the Founder's Quick Shot. The Bobcat is another really good one. And the Hemlock is another really good one. So I don't consider it to be the best SMG, but I would say it's probably the 4th best, maybe. The things I do like about it, though, are the huge magazine size. Like, a lot of SMGs don't have 50 rounds in the magazine, so you're not going to reload nearly as often as some other SMGs. And I also really like the damage we dealt with it. I think 140,000 is probably like the 2nd or 3rd most we've gotten with the SMGs. So the damage is really good, and the magazine is amazing. Matter of fact, speaking of the magazine size, you could also use Lightshow Spitfire, Crackshot, and Bulletstorm Jonesy if you want, because those are good heroes to use when it comes to weapons that have large magazine sizes. And that's probably the main thing I like about it, is the large magazine size. Obviously, you can use Beetle just like we're using, or Ranger Deadeye, Gunblazer Southie. You could also use Sledgehammer as your commander, and the General Ramirez, I forgot her name, Rescue Trooper Ramirez, I think. Obviously you can use those, but you can also use heroes that are really good for large magazine sizes. Oh, mini boss is here. Oh, he's trapped vulnerable. No. Alright, well, at least he's not a chrome husk. Let's try to get him with our traps without dying here. And I'm not sure why I can't put a wall trap on that. He's not even taking damage. What is going on? Alright, let's put one on this ramp piece. Wait, is that it? Oh, that was it.
Praiseworthy job, Commander. So, good job.
Well, I tried to show it against the mini-boss. We got really unlucky with that modifier there. Alright, so we got a level 3 loot chest with some gold, storm shards, and schematic XP. And we also got Guardian Bull because he was the mission alert reward. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. I hope y'all found the video useful, and thanks for watching.